Hello, welcome back, and I told you I was back for good. So yeah, today we are going to be doing this cool blue cut crease. It turned out really good, super easy honestly, and thank you so much for all the nice comments on my last video. Like I said, I'm back for good, so be expecting videos consistently now. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this, keep on watching. Say hello to my little friend. So rude. Alright, prime the eyeballs with concealer. Any concealer will do. You know what I should do though? One eye at a time. Just in this eye. I like the way it turned out, so I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Alright, so we're taking a fluffy brush and I'm using the Anastasia Prism palette and the Anastasia Subculture palette. So first I'm going to go in with also my Morphe 3502 palette in the first two like orangey transition nudie shades. That's what I'm going to be putting in my crease right here. And then also at the end of this look, I added the yellowy mustardy color, so I'm going to go ahead and add that into my crease also. Just a nice blended transition color. Next, using a smaller fluffy blending brush, I'm going to go in with, oh, these have names on them. I just realized. I'm going to go in with, in the Subculture palette, the shade Destiny. And I'm just going to go right below, right in my natural crease, and start putting this in the crease. I noticed this doesn't blend out very well, but it kind of transitions with the other colors, so I just started with it since it was the lightest green color. I don't know if you can tell, it's just a tad bit patchy. Next, using the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the darker greenish shade in the Subculture palette called Untamed and kind of put that right below and blend it in with that other shade. And I'm pulling this all the way in and all the way out. So I'm just honestly focusing on blending this out really well. And I'll kind of go back and forth with these two fluffy brushes. This is what I used the first time. And just make sure everything is nice and blendy blend. Next, I'm going to be using another Morphe brush, Fluffy Brush 2, 503, and using in the Subculture palette again the shade Axis, which this is kind of what inspired the entire look. It's like a blue turquoise color, and I'm just kind of packing it onto the outer corner, why not the lid, and inner corner. And then I just kept adding more of that color until I got it how I liked it. And don't worry if you get fallout, because we're gonna clean it up, and when you do your face, you'll fix it. And then I'll go back in with this fluffy brush that I was using, the green, and just blend it all. Honestly, like, People are so scared to do eyeshadow, but it's so easy because all you do is just sit and blend and you'll eventually get what you want. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Axis and put it in the outer corner and inner corner. That's how I like it. Then we're gonna take a little bit of concealer to create this little halo kind of cut crease. I just put it on the back of my hand, and then I'll go in with just a small, this is like a lip brush, I think. Oh no, it says concealer. It's an e.l.f. brush. It's perfect for this. And I'm just gonna pick up that concealer. And what I like to do is put it on the bottom part of my lid, a good amount, and look up. And see how it left that little mark? You at least, if you have like any kind of hooded or just that space above your eye, whatever that is, you're not, if you go in your actual crease, which mine is like right here, you're not gonna see it. So you need to at least go there. Sometimes I go a little bit above that, but that just gives you, you can see, some guidance. So now I'm putting the concealer on my lid, and I'm going to go ahead and create this shape up here. I'm gonna go with this nut. I can't talk while I do this. So I'm gonna go with the first line and make the shape I want, and then kind of go a little bit above it so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we're going to be using the Prism palette, and we're using the shade Throne, which is like a really pretty turquoisey color with some shimmer, and it's like some green and yellow reflex. So I just like to use my finger, put it on the, I usually use my ring finger, and then I just start tapping it on my lid. Go with your guide that you just made. And then the nice part, since you do the concealer, when you go in with a brush, it'll kind of, to blend it, it'll kind of take off, like if you went too above or to the side too much, when you go in your crease, it's gonna wipe that off. But since you put the concealer on, it's not gonna take off that part. That didn't stand out as much to me as I wanted it to, or imagined it to. So what I did is I took, back in the Subculture palette, the shade Electric, which is like a green, took a little bit of that on my finger and kind of put it in the middle. Ooh. You see that? I'll take that blending brush again and go in the crease. But I still wanted it to be blue. Like, I don't want it to look green. So then I took a little bit more of the shade Throne and just kind of tapped it on top. So it still gives it a little bit more dimension, but the blue shade that I wanted. And then to be more extra, I'm using this NYX eyeshadow called Mermaid Serene, and it's like a fun blue color, and I'm kind of gonna do the same thing, get some on my finger and tap it on the middle. I'm being real extra with this look, but like, that was so easy. It literally took me 5 minutes. I'm gonna take my makeup wipe, put it around my finger like this, and create my little wing effect with my makeup wipe. Bam! Who needs eyeliner these days? And then that'll kind of get all the fallout too. Then I just like to take the brush I was using with the blue Oh, I shouldn't have cleaned that up yet. And put some more of that blue over top and kind of blend the halo with our eyeshadow. Oh girl, that's really cute. I'm gonna be using this Estee Lauder primer. I'll link everything below. You know what I haven't used in a minute? My MAC strobe cream. So, I'm gonna use it. I like to let my primer sit. We've already discussed this. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take a little brow gel and start setting my brows before I fill them in. Does anyone have an interest in seeing a full brow routine? If so, comment below and let me know. Now we're going to take some MAC strobe cream. I just want to glow, honey. Glow, honey. I just spray tanned myself, so I'm looking pale, but it's like a 3-hour set-in type situation. So I'm hoping by tonight I'll look a little bit more colorful. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a little darker of a foundation, so don't be alarmed. I haven't got any new foundations because I've been so poor, and I'm like a real big fan of trying out new foundations. So I keep buying them and then I never use all of it before it goes bad. So I was like, I need to use the foundations I have because I'm poor. And then once I use all of those, then I can start trying a new foundation. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm mixing the NARS Radiant Foundation, the Wet n Wild foundation, to come up with this color. That will hopefully match me by tonight. Oh yes, girl. Give her some freaking color. I didn't self-tan for the past 2 weeks, and every time I looked in the mirror, I scared myself. And God said, give her some freaking foundation because she's ugly without it. I'm just gonna sit here and freaking literally beat my face. She's looking blended. She's looking like she has a little bit more color. Next, we're going to conceal. And I'm going to be using the LA Girl HD Concealer. For you guys to see the idea I have for this under eye. Once I feel pretty good about that, I'm going to be using the Benai setting powder, the banana powder that everyone raved about like 10 years ago and I never got. Well, I just got it. It's pretty good. Just gonna do a light bake. The amount of oil my face produces is kind of frightening. Put some mascara on so that we can apply lashes. Now we're going to brush all this off. And I'll just blend it kind of on the rest of my face. Good, good, good. Now we're ready to bronze it up, baby, because she's pale. Starting out with the Too Faced chocolate bronzer, nothing new here. Alright, and then we're gonna do a light little nose snatchy snatch. And then, just to be more bronzy, I'm going to use the ColourPop bronzer. Really get in there. I'm going to be baking under my contour. So, I just take my Beauty Blender, dip it into my same loose powder, just make a nice line. like so. And then same thing on the other side. And then she'll be snatched. We're going to do the lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking my, the first transition shade I used. I'm just gonna place that under my eye. It's like that orangey color from the 350 palette. So I basically use the colors that I used on my eyelid underneath my eye also, just to make it all come together nicely. So that was the first shade. Next, we're going to go in with the darker green. We don't need to do both greens. The Untamed shade from the Subculture, and go tighter with the line. And then lastly, the Access shade, the blue, just blend in with that. Fun part, I have this blue liner. I'm gonna put this on my waterline and hope it shows up. It's not like super pigmented. I mean, you can kind of see it. I'm actually gonna take this darker blue and go like on my lash line. Oh yeah. This is bright. This is fun. And then maybe mix a little of this in here. I think it works better on your skin than it does your waterline. So since that's kind of intense, I'm gonna take that orangey shade again and blend underneath. And then take that Access shade again and get in there. It's real pigmented, I like it. That's pretty. Blues, something I don't usually do, but I wanted to do something different. This blue is so intense. I love it. I look like a peacock. Fine with me. Just to be extra, I'm going to take the blue NYX shadow and go right here with it. Cute. All right, now we're going to brush off our baking job here. And now it's time to highlight. I'm gonna highlight my inner corner first with the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. And then I always take a little bit of that and put it on my nose. Next, we're gonna do the rest of the face with Dose of Colors, Katie and Desi collab. Oh no, we're gonna die. These camera batteries suck. Well, honestly, I'm just gonna finish up with blush, and I'm just using the Tarte Party Blush, and that's pretty much it. And then I'm gonna do my brows and my lashes, and my lips. So, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of the look. So if this dies, I'm just gonna finish up, and then I'll come back and show you when it's done. Okay, like I said, my camera was about to die, but I was pretty much done. All I had to do was my brows, lashes, lipstick. So I can list everything below, and I'll also say it. For brows, I have been using the NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil. I'll list that below. For my lip, I'm wearing the Katie Desi Dose of Colors, More Creamer Please, and I paired it with MAC Cork lip pencil and this NYX Natural Lip Pencil. I'm loving this. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe and share my videos with everybody you know. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.